Let's make a deal. Make me a promise, not two, just one promise, that you'll be committed to practicing what you learn from this video. And I promise you that it will change your life forever. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Ihoma and today we'll be discussing a very essential life skill that every human being should possess, and that is an abundance mindset. This, in my view, is the secret to an abundant life. So when you hear the word abundance, what comes to your mind? Cars, mansions, possessions, vacations. Oftentimes, people confuse abundance with material possessions. But in reality, abundance transcends material things. It is a state of the heart, a mindset which reflects in the quality and manner of one's life. An abundant mindset sees no limitation in every area or facet of life, be it spiritual, financial, physical, social, whatever. There's always that mindset that everything is possible. Parallel to this is the mindset of scarcity. People with a scarcity mindset are fixated on insufficiencies, fear, need, lack. Their life basically is ruled by fear, and as a result they end up living unfulfilled lives filled with untapped potential. A person's mindset is a very important aspect of their lives because it dictates their worldviews, their thought process, their thought patterns, how people respond to failure, to setbacks, to challenge, how they handle risk, how they handle expectations and failure is just a reflection of the state of their minds. So therefore, adopting an abundant mindset is critical because it's a sure way to releasing the pressure of anxiety, of fear, of envy, unhealthy competition, and other negative energies. It would also allow you, begin to see more opportunities in places you would have never considered looking at. And it will also help you maximize your creativity. Okay, so let's get down to business. How then can you create an abundant mindset? First things first, you have to change your blueprint. So a blueprint is basically a summation of a person's consciousness, their core values and principles. This is who a person is. So in order for a person to begin to adopt an abundant mindset, they need to eliminate faulty principles and core values that they previously had. You see, it's impossible to evolve without first identifying the aspects of your blueprint that need to be, either deleted or redesigned. A person's mindset can be compared to as a symptom, like a symptom of the disease. So you must be careful not to focus on the symptom of disease. Rather, your focus should be on the underlying cause. Speaking from a medical perspective, it doesn't matter how much a doctor concentrates on the symptoms of a patient. If the underlying issue is not resolved, the patient is unlikely to recover. For example, when you go to see the doctor with a complaint of fever, you expect that the doctor, would ask you some questions, examine you, send you for some tests before treating the cause of the fever. But what happens when the doctor just hands you paracetamol? Immediately you come and you would think that the doctor is incompetent. The same principle applies when changing or addressing faulty blueprints. As is often said, a proper treatment follows a proper diagnosis and not the other way around. A scarcity mindset is a symptom of a faulty blueprint, and in order to carry out an effective diagnosis, we need to consciously introspect in every area of our lives. One recommended way of carrying out this evaluation is to honestly write out your core values, your current core values and thought processes in the different area of our lives, that is in the financial, spiritual, physical, social, you get my point? You write them down on a paper. Next to each of them, write down the attributes you would love to replace them with. For example, say you wrote anxiety in one aspect of your life. Maybe that's the core principle, that's what you operate from. Most of your decisions stem from there. You may want to replace that with serenity. So in that case, you write serenity next to anxiety. Anxiety is the current core value or principle you operate on right now, while serenity is the desired attribute you would love to exchange it with. You do this for all other negative attributes you wrote, and you begin to take the necessary steps to live by those attributes. With time, you discover that your blueprint is being redesigned and that you're living with an abundant mindset. Another general recommendation to change your blueprint is to begin to practice the habit of gratitude. I can't overemphasize the power of gratitude. You begin to look for the positives in every circumstance you find yourself, basically, I actually have a video that goes in depth to show you how you can begin to practice this habit of gratitude, and I'll recommend that you check it out here. I'm going to put the link here. After you watch this video, you should check it out. So now that your mind is detoxed, it's time to become intentional about what you feed your mind. You see, you need to guard your mind with all the strength you can muster. The world today is overwhelmed with all sorts of narrative promoted either deliberately or inadvertently by the media. See, we all need to cautiously and actively protect our minds from the impact of narratives that does not align with our current worldview, which is a view of abundance, or don't support our journey towards cultivating an abundance mindset. The truth is, you don't need that anymore. Instead, surround yourself with people, who are filled with positivity, who have the mindset of abundance. So it's time to unplug from every source of injurious information. I mean, including people who are filled with all sorts of negative energies and pessimism. And then the best part, get into the habit of filling your mind with affirmations. Affirmations are very, very powerful. They are very underrated, yet very powerful. So speak affirmations all the time to yourself. And in time, your mind begins to believe what you say. And before you know it, you become what you think. Just like in the Bible where it says, as a man thinketh, so is he. That's the power of affirmation. For me personally, my go-to affirmation is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Like that affirmation, that particular one has got me through so many downtime. See, there are a whole bunch of affirmations in the Bible, and the Bible indeed is a great source for powerful affirmations. So tell me, now you've heard my own affirmation, what affirmations do you recite? Sometimes you might not consciously know that this is what you do, but there's some certain phrases you say to yourself every now and then, to kind of boost yourself and motivate yourself. What are they? Share with me in the comment section. I want to also hear from you. This third point is one that I commonly refer to as an open secret, and that is giving. Giving is one very underrated principle, and only few people really understand the power that giving carries. When I talk about giving, I don't necessarily mean only material things or money. The principle of giving is holistic. So you can give, of course, your material possession. You can also give some priceless possession like your time. You can give your love. You can give knowledge, wisdom, and you can also give support. For example, when your friend succeeds in something, gets a job, gets promoted, or good things are happening to them, you give your support, you give your love to that person. In the last video I made, if you haven't checked it out, by the way, I'm going to leave the link to the video in the description box. I talked about how to be genuinely happy for your friend, and one of the things we considered was having an abundant mindset. So when you are open to give support, to give love, it's very easy for you to show happiness for your friend or people who are marking good things in their lives. You made me a promise at the beginning of this video, remember? Great. So I'm going to give you an exercise to do for this week, and I would love you to report back when you're done with the exercise, because I want to know how it worked out for you. So basically, the exercise is simple. I just want you to commit to practicing at least one habit from the 3 different points we have listed today. That is, this week you will commit to finding out time to do some sort of self-introspection, like a detox of your core principle, of your blueprint, and address anyone that needs to be addressed. Second thing you should do is to find out 7 affirmations, write them down, and for each day you repeat one affirmation to yourself for the 7 days in the week, and then find one person, just one person, random person, close person, anybody, and give them something that you have. So friends, if you've watched to this point, you're the real MVP. Thank you so much for taking out your time to listen. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up at your left. There's a like button at your left. Just click it. And also, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? There's a subscribe button by your right. Also click it and subscribe. It helps YouTube notify you when I make a video. And basically, it just tells YouTube that this channel is relevant. Okay, and also, Remember to share this video on your social media pages, to friends, to families, because people need to hear the word. So until I see you next time, take care of yourself. Bye.